In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to change the oil on your Gen 2 Ford Raptor. Hey, this is Brian, thanks for watching Kies Motorsports. In today's video, I'm gonna show you step-by-step how to change the oil on your Gen 2 Ford Raptor. If you take a look at my table here, this is everything that you're going to need. If you have questions, concerns, we're gonna leave you links down in the description below. Let's talk about some of the tools and products we're gonna use, and then I'm gonna show you step-by-step how to do it. As you can see over here, we have our trusty Wera kit. We're really going to only need a 10mm out of that kit. You're going to need some kind of pick tool or maybe a flathead screwdriver. And I like to have one of these oil jugs. As you guys know, the oil fill location is kind of deep in the engine bay and you don't want to spill any. So having a container like this is going to minimize spillage. Over here, we have our oil filter. We have a ProGuard D2 from AFE. We have a new Dorman drain plug. Now with the drain plug, they are technically reusable, but I don't trust them. So I always pick up a new one every time. And for the oil, if you followed our channel for any length of time, you will know that we use LiquiMoly in all of our high horsepower BMW applications. So when it came time to change the oil in the Ford Raptor, there was no exception to that rule. LiquiMoly 100%. In today's video, we have a Ford approved 5W30 fully synthetic MolyGen, which is going to prevent deposits, reduce friction, and prevent wear for better fuel economy and extended engine life, which we all know that I need because we're going to modify the heck out of this Raptor in the coming videos. Now, if your truck is bone stock, this is still some of the best protection you can get, and we highly recommend it. Once again, we have links for you down in the description. Now, for this process, you absolutely do not need a lift. If you have a creeper, you can just slide on under. Most of the time, you're not even going to need any kind of jack or jack stands because of how tall these trucks naturally sit. But we're gonna use one to give you guys the best shots of what we're doing. Next part of the process is to release the hood latch. And there's this little yellow tab in here, and then push that hood up and out of the way. Next, what you want to do in the engine bay is take the oil cap. You want to just take it off and then just set it in a place where it's not going to fall on the ground. And what this is going to do is when we release the drain plug below, it's going to let air into the system, and the oil is going to evacuate the system much faster and much smoother. Then up she goes. Now, under the truck on the passenger side, we have this little plate that says remove for oil change, and it's held in by 3 10mm. So at this time, remove all 3. Okay. Back to the side. Now that the plate is removed, if you look over here, you can see the old oil plug. Now, to help you understand what's going to happen next, I have our replacement drain plug. So basically, you can see that it is threaded, it is plastic, which I'm not really a huge fan of, and again, why we are replacing it. You'll notice that it has these 2 little wing things, and basically what we're going to do is we are going to gently pry up on one of the wings, and then the other one, and then we are going to twist it and remove it. Now, the one that I have on the car is a slightly different style. It has a little tab you do with your hand, where this has a spot for a 3/8 ratchet. It's going to do the exact same thing, and Dorman's a reputable brand, so that's what we're gonna go with. So at this time, I'm going to remove those little wing things, carefully remove it, and we have our oil drain all ready to catch all of the oil. All right, so I'm gonna be in your way for a second here while I release these tabs. There we go. All right, so now I'm gonna try to stay out of your way as much as possible. Okay, so this is gonna twist. Make sure you're not doing this with the engine super hot, or you will get burnt. Ew. So here on the table, you can see that there is a slight difference. This one does have this little tab that you can hold on to and get super messy. And this one helps to do it much cleaner because you can stay a couple inches away. So now what we're going to do, as soon as that's done draining, is we are going to reinstall this. It's a good idea to take a little bit of fresh oil and lubricate the O-ring. So I'm gonna take a fresh one of these guys. And just lubricate the O-ring like that. So now you're gonna reach up, you're gonna put it in like this, look at where the wings are, and then you're going to tighten it. It's going to click into place. Honestly, I didn't even need this thing. And then just give a little wiggle, and it should be good to go at this point. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean up some of this oil that I spilled here. and then we'll proceed with removing the oil filter. Okay, so now that that is all cleaned up, actually just gonna throw this back while I'm thinking about it. Okay, good. Next, it's time to change the oil filter, which is that white filter right through here on the front of the block. If you try to look at it from the side, you can't really see it. You have to kind of look at it front on like this. What's really cool is the oil drains into this built-in funnel, which is narrow here, but it actually gets wider than my hand towards the back. Super cool. I've never seen that on any car before. And yeah, so basically what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to remove that by hand if I can. We'll see how tight the last tech put it on, because it's the first oil change I've done on my truck. And then if not, I have a strap wrench we're going to use. We're going to loosen that. Then we're gonna prep the new one and install it and continue with the oil change. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna let this drain out. Make sure that my catch container here is in a good location. And it's just dripping on the floor. Remember how I told you how awesome Ford's thing is? It's coming out over there. Good thing is there's not much oil in it. Well, Ford, it was almost a good idea. Ta-da. All right, so while that is doing that, I'm going to get the filter ready and also mark my container. So with the Raptor, it uses 6 quarts of oil. And this is the EcoBoost. It is not the V8, it's the twin turbo 6-cylinder. All right, so I'm gonna pour these guys in here. What's really nice about these containers is that the risk of spilling is so much less, and it also makes it super easy to get it exactly where you want it. All right, for the filter, we're using the ProGuard D2. What I love about these, superior protection and a 3/8 hole for your ratchet, so if it gets stuck, it's easy to get off. So what I'm gonna do now is take a little bit of that remaining oil. I'm just gonna lubricate this O-ring, and let's go install it by hand. We'll put it here. Now, although it has that spot for a ratchet, don't use it when you're installing it. You just wanna go hand tight. Otherwise, it's gonna stink to get off. All right, let's put the truck on the ground and fill it up with oil. Now, the trick when using these is put your finger over the hole, line it up where you want it to go, and then remove your finger just like that. And then that's going to prevent any spillage. All right, that's done. And then I'm gonna take my oil cap, I'm gonna put that back. All right, now that we've done the oil change, it's time to tell the car that we did the oil change. So with your foot off the brake, hit the start stop button. And then we're going to navigate the whole screen with this little keypad right here. So just hit OK, 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 OK. And then you're going to go over to where it says truck info, then down to engine information. And you can see we have 19% of our oil life. So we're gonna hold OK, and that's gonna reset it. And that's how easy it is. So now what I'm gonna do is just start the truck for a minute. Just let it warm up just a little bit. And then I'm going to check the oil and just double check my level. All right, and we are perfect. So no need to top off the oil or anything. We are good to go. So at this point, the oil change is complete. So as you just saw, changing the oil on your Ford Raptor is super easy to do from home. All you really need is a pick tool, a 10mm, that's pretty much it. And then of course, the best oil and filter that money can buy. If you're interested in any of the products or tools we use in today's video, be sure to see the links down in the description below. If you liked our video, give us a thumbs up, make sure to subscribe. Check us out at kiesmotorsports.com. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.